We will continue further on with the Startup Spotlight competition. Four startups will be pitching here on stage in front of you, and of course we will have a jury who will evaluate their presentations. Let me introduce you on stage Dan Mihaescu, Marian Dinu, and Dimitris Kalavros. Please. Okay. Here are the papers for you. One small request, please write your names on each paper, because we will need that to identify after that the first startup pitching is already on stage, Securify.
Hello, thank you very much. Jury, audience, you are great. Please mind my emotions, because they're very high. My name is Valerio, and I represent Securify. I would like to make a short clarification about the content of the presentation. It will be divided in two parts. The first part, the general presentation. The second part, where I will wait your questions and the jury questions, and where we will watch some, let's say, half demo videos, because we just filmed them outside and yesterday, and I think it will be very engaging to see them like that. So thank you very much for being here. I represent Securify, together with my colleague Lily and Sorina, which are in the room. We do video content analysis, and why do we do it? I think there is a problem in the industry. The problem is that the present-day technology, surveillance, is a dumb technology. It's based actually on surveillance cameras and some guys that are doing the surveillance. You have more like 100 cameras and one person doing the surveillance, or even worse than that, that guy is doing the surveillance in night shift, so actually is not looking over the streams as it should be. So this is one problem. Another problem is that the data that you collect by surveillance gets collected for a certain number of days and then gets deleted. Why do you collect it? Why do we delete it? It's after 30 days. After that, we don't do anything with the data. So no one is using it afterwards. We didn't get any outcome, any good outcome of that data. Imagine you are on an airport. If you are on an airport, maybe you don't have 100 cameras per person. Maybe you have enough cameras and enough persons to do the stream surveillance. Still, I don't think you can understand that. You can understand that you cannot watch 100,000 people per hour passing through the airport and keeping track of what they did. So this is another problem. Why you think it's very important to do intelligent video analysis. You are the Metropolitan Police. In Bucharest, you have to patrol 10,000 streets every day. And of course, neither the cameras alone or the police will help you to cover safely the streets, the city. So what we think now is that the current security systems have failed to alert the stakeholders in time about what is happening or what are their main concerns. What is our vision regarding that? It may be far-fetched, but we think that the world should be full of creativity. And I think also that people should wear glasses because they learn, they read, they learn, they do interesting stuff, and they don't watch surveillance cameras. And this is very important. And I think the algorithms should do all the repetitive tasks regarding that, because they are very methodical, the algorithms. And actually, they don't miss a single pixel out of the video analysis, for example. And we think that humans should do the algorithms in that future that we envision. How do we do that? I think we are part of the solution because we started to build the next generation of video analysis software based on a combination of artificial intelligence techniques. You all know the acronyms, or at least you heard of them. We have deep neural networks, machine learning, computer vision, advanced image processing. We combine all these to make some great products. Which are our products? So we have abnormal event detection, abandoned luggage detection, face recognition, facial expression. We all have our contribution, our researchers have contributed to this system with state-of-the-art results, and they have published their papers. The system architecture is very simple. You have a bunch of streams coming into a server, and we do, very importantly, real-time alerts. So when we do video analysis, we analyze that video in real time, and we do the alerts in real time. And now we are going to the second part of the presentation, where I would like to interrupt me or put questions from the auditory. So you have a normal event detection system here that we didn't train specifically to detect what is abnormal in a bank. So you see a bunch of people here working in a bank. So what could be abnormal in a bank, except people coming in with money or taking out money or what they're doing? Sometimes they started to run. This is not a normal behavior inside the bank. So regarding that, I think you can understand that the system is very adaptive. The next slide, you'll see the abnormal event detection working in a pedestrian area. So what could be abnormal in a pedestrian area without teaching the system to detect cars? It just detected the cars because it wasn't something usual for that scenario. The other system is pedestrian tracking. So actually, we have a video, and in real time, we can square each people in that video, and we can count the numbers of people that are passing through a certain area. Imagine an airport, as I said previously, or imagine a train station, or somewhere where you want to keep track of the number of visitors, or a shop, a mall. Actually, here, let's make a joke. You know how the IT meetings are. No one gets their work done in time. And actually what happens is that people start to get pissed off on each other. And our colleague Radu, actually our mentor regarding machine learning and the AI stuff in the company, was very pissed off on the IT guys. And he wanted to teach them a lesson. This is the programmer room. And Radu enters the room dropping what seems to be a bag. I think he had a bomb there, not. And he tries to blow up the programmer's rooms, and he didn't succeed, and comes back again. And you see again, there's the abandoned luggage, it's squared. So we detect that in real time, please. Yes, okay. This is face recognition, still done by us yesterday, the other days, where we detect everybody, faces, and also the beats per minute. This is Lily, now Radu, and now you will see a scene where we actually detected Mona Lisa. This is another scene that we have filmed outside right now, and where we detect everybody's faces and beats per minute. This is me yesterday playing with the emotions, and you'll see the emotions in real time shown there. You see sadness, fear. I'm not very good at emotions. Anger, surprise. Okay. This is our team. We have researchers which have, as I said, published some very interesting papers with state-of-the-art results, IT, development, and us, let's say the management part.
Time is up. Unfortunately, you didn't leave any time for questions from the jury.
As I said, during the demos, I'm waiting the questions, so please interrupt me.
Okay, just one question, if any one of you has.
Quickly, if I may, have you tested the product?
Yes, actually, we have customers. We have customers that are using the product. We have customers that are very interested and are testing the product right now on their streams, and each one is using it in different scenarios, with train stations.
Sorry, time is up. So sorry.
Okay.
Securify.
Thank you.
Next startup pitching on stage, Visage Cloud.
Good morning. My name is Bogdan, and I need a clicker. Understand? Thank you. Today, I'm going to talk to you about Visage Cloud, our computer vision and face recognition startup. It would be really helpful if we could also have the slides, but I'm sure we can also do without. Okay, so what we do at Visage Cloud is we try to envision a world where computers can describe, can process, and can answer questions about what they see. For this purpose, we have started with face recognition, but we are developing 2 other computer vision areas, and we have opened up our platform in order to encourage other developers as well to develop components within our infrastructure. Now, we have successfully deployed Visage Cloud both in the public and in the private sector. In the private sector, we have deployed it for surveillance scenarios, much like our forest speaker described, for tracking and recognition. While in the private sector, we have approached the know your customer scenario where we allow banks, financial institutions, and actors from other regulated industries to authenticate their customers without asking for their ID at the physical desk. However, I think the slides would be really, really helpful. Can we take a short break until we fix that? Okay, thank you.
Issues with your presentation. We will solve this in a couple of minutes. So we will take the next startup pitching and then we get back to you. Is that fine? Okay. So the next startup pitching on stage. I hope the slides will be fine this time. Talent Browse. If the
Hello, my name is Andrea, and I'm co-founder of Talent Browse, the B2B marketplace offering you IT candidates available to interview immediately. Have you tried hiring software developers lately? It's like finding a bug in thousands of lines of code. You start searching and searching and searching and wasting days identifying a few candidates willing to have interviews with you. The same struggles goes for recruitment agencies who have to find candidates for their clients, only to receive post-interviews answers like, I don't like the company, they are too far, package is too low. 86% of the candidates they interview remain unplaced, and this leads to lower returns for them. So on one hand, we have employers looking to hire fast. On the other, we have the recruitment agencies with a list of candidates interviewed and open to make a change. This is where Talent Browse comes with a solution. We offer you an inventory of interview-ready candidates, all vetted by recruitment agencies. How does it work? Agencies publish the candidates on Talent Browse and we match you with your jobs. Booking interviews is free. You only pay when you hire. Talent Browse keeps a commission and the rest goes to the agency. This way, you have instant interviews with no searching, agencies get more placements, and candidates receive relevant career opportunities. In a market where agencies focus on quality and job boards promise to deliver quantity, Talent Browse is trying almost the impossible. By aggregating vetted CVs from all recruitment agencies, we offer you both quality and quantity, but most importantly, availability. We are 6 in the team, and our experience is based on three key competencies: IT recruitment, software development, and platform engagement. Together, we built Talent Browse to 350 employers and 31 agencies who generate a constant supply of 400 interview-ready CVs. We plan to scale our model to new locations, new industries with high demand of candidates, and we already identified premium features we can add on Talent Browse. But first, our focus is on Europe's 800K deficit of IT candidates, representing a market of almost 6 billion euro. We already started building a foothold in Germany. Why there? They need 100,000 software developers, and the number is going up. The talent market is fragmented, and this is perfect for Talent Browse, and we already have more than 80 candidates available to relocate there. This summer, we secured a 100K investment from Gapminder. As you can see in our fourth quarter results, this helped us increase our operations in Germany and setting up the increase our operations in Romania and setting up the business in Germany. But in order to completely deploy our model there, we need another 100K from you. My name is Andrea. We are Talent Browse, the quickest IT recruitment platform. Thank you. Questions, gentlemen?
Questions?
Really quickly, why Germany exactly?
Because it's one of the biggest markets in Europe with the highest demand of IT candidates.
And you've done your research and
Yes,
there's no established
we had
competitor
4
there.
countries on our shortlist, and we compared them, and we decided on Germany. And one important reason is the supply that we already have, with candidates willing to relocate there. From here, yes.
What's the key obstacle that you have to overcome in expanding the business?
Different cultures. I think this is the same for every startup. Germany is a little bit different from Romania. They work more with recruitment agencies, but also the market there is more evolved. They have many recruitment agencies fighting to gather employers' attention. So it's a little bit difficult to fight with them, yeah, to get employers' attention. But we managed so far. We already have some employers from
I thought
Germany.
you had the value proposition for the agencies to get them on board. Why doesn't that work in Germany as well?
The agencies can have more placements from the same candidates they initially interviewed, with no additional effort on their side. They only interview the candidates, they put them on the platform, and they get hired by the employers, because we have a large number of employers.
Okay, so
Bigger than their
that should
portfolio.
make the agencies your allies, not your competitors, right?
No, they are our allies, they are our suppliers, our partners.
Why only 100K?
Because this is our budget.
Other questions? Well, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next startup pitching on stage, Clark.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Vlad Măcelaru. Gentlemen, are you ready to do this? All right. So I'm over here to present a head-up display called Clark. It's made for industrial use. I will not use it right now. We believe in Clark that not all superheroes wear capes, but some of them wear weird devices like I'm right now. Let's see. All right. So we have a few problems that we want to tackle. First of all, aging workforce. So especially in Romania, it's pretty hard to find young engineers, especially. Then we have increased tax complexity, we have automation coming in, and we have a lot of challenges in the industrial world. Therefore, we bring some solutions using a head-up display and augmented reality for logistics, for the automotive industry, or manufacturing in general, plus oil and gas. Some use cases that we have, I like to call the glasses Google Glass with sensors. So we have, besides Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, 4G, all the typical connectivity things you would expect, we have continuous QR and barcode reading for logistics, for picking, sorting, warehousing. We have a thermovision camera right here. That is a FLIR sensor, basically. We have an air quality sensor that detects volatile compounds in the air in case of gas leaks for the oil and gas industry. A full HD head-up display, so even if you don't see my eyes right now, I can see you. This is transparent. My hands are free. I can get instructions over here. Gentlemen, I have one pair here for you that I would like to just get a feel of it. It's made by us here in Romania. How it works, basically. This is modular entirely, both hardware and software, so we can adapt the sensors that we have on it. We can adapt the functionalities from the software. We have an API that connects to major ERP systems, major industrial systems, SAP, Salesforce, and so on. And then, basically, by having technicians in the field that can live stream through the glasses, we can have an operator in a control center, remote controlling the field technicians. We have extra layers of safety through the sensors. If something is too hot, I'll get a notification. If we have some dangerous gases in the air, I'll get notified. Notification will be pushed in the system as well. Basically, this is how it works. Competition, not such a problem. We're in the market with Microsoft, with Google. Intel dropped their smart glasses recently. The thing is that we try to make them affordable, not an over-engineered solution. They're 3 times lighter than the Microsoft HoloLens. The live stream is 4 times faster. We create tailor-made solutions, basically, being modular. We wanted them to be as adaptable and as easily to implement as possible. And with the remaining time, I would definitely like to start a conversation with you, gentlemen, because I'm sure you have some questions.
So where are you now with the project? What's the status now?
So this is the 6th prototype right here. We started in March. Right now, we're on the phase of targeted pilot projects, financed pilot projects. The first one is with the biggest courier in Romania, the biggest transporter. They want to do picking, basically, using the QR scanner and the head-up display. And we are now in the phase of running a joint venture with a consultancy firm as well that will become our implementator. These are working prototypes, by the way.
In order to really make this a product, you'll need to have manufacturing capability. How do you intend to address that?
Yes, so for now, we manufacture the glasses ourselves. Some parts are off the shelf, like the sensors, for example. Some parts we design and we produce in China. Right now, we have the capability of building somewhere, I don't know, up to 100, 200 pairs of glasses for the pilot projects. We get the feedback from the pilot projects, and then it will be the time to scale up. That's when we need an investment, and that's when we're going to scale up the production facilities. Sorry. So right now, we're producing them ourselves.
And in the future, you intend to build a factory in Romania? And
not necessarily a factory, maybe an assembly line. We can still produce worldwide, gather everything here, and then assemble here. We're trying out different processes. This is the first one that is not 3D printed, is molded, for example. So we're trying different ways of producing them as well.
Other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
And now, Visage Cloud.
Hello again. I'm still Bogdan, and I'm still going to talk about Visage Cloud. So, as I was saying, our mission is to teach computers to describe, to think about, and to answer questions about what they see. To this mission, we have identified several verticals in the industry. One of our first customers is Piraeus Bank, and they have implemented fraud prevention systems where they allow their new customers to open an account or to request opening an account without showing up at the branch. This is huge. This saves us time in traffic, and it's very, very important. the same thing we can do for any sort of industry which wants a seamless, easy proof of identity. But computer vision is more than just that. My fourth speaker mentioned smart surveillance. We have already implemented this in the public sector for one of our customers, and we are in talks with a few others. When you show up at an event, do you really need the QR code? Or you can just tap and have something say, hello, Bogdan, welcome. You have the premium package. This is available. We haven't implemented this yet because we can't run on 3 roads at the same time, but the technical capabilities are in place for this to happen. Now, the thing where I'm personally most proud of is the team that we have. Other than myself and Cosmin, the co-founders, we have a very strong team of 6 people doing development, doing research, and machine learning. And maybe because it's something exciting, maybe because we're nice guys, or maybe because everybody wants to pitch in to the machine learning train, we are very lucky to have formed a very strong team. Now, our clients. I mentioned Piraeus Bank. We have a smaller client, Ocean Credit, which is a loaning institution. And through our partners, we are also accessing the public sector opportunities for smart surveillance and tracking. Now, as for the product, this is one of the functionalities. On the left-hand side, you will see the live video stream. And on the right-hand side, it tells you who it sees in the picture. I think you can recognize the cast from Game of Thrones yourself. That's why we chose it for the demo. Now, the offering is pretty simple. We are subscription-based. No matter whether our clients choose to have an installation on-premise or an installation in the cloud, we charge a monthly or quarterly fee for both support and the access to the service or deployed product. Now, how can you help? Why are we here? First, although we are proud of our team, we still think there is room for growth, and we want to go from 6 people to about 12 people within the next year. Which brings me to my next point. In order to speed this up, we need a cash infusion of 500 to 800K, based on our projections regarding the team and regarding our roadmap for the next 2 years. Now, this is where we can catch up, and I'll be a little bit ahead of time in taking questions, please.
So how much of all this it's your own technology, and how much it's more like integrating?
We have been using frameworks like TensorFlow and OpenCV, but the models that we're building are increasingly more customized. Basically, we start from models that are out there, which are open source, and we customize them, we optimize them, and our core investment is not in marketing and sales. We have a pipeline of customers waiting for functionality. It's in research and development. Basically, we take stuff that's out there and we tune it to the needs of our customers and to what we see in the market.
So how did you do the pre-training of the machine?
Excuse me?
The pre-training of the machine, the engine, the machine learning engine.
There are several approaches. Initially, we went for a supervised approach where we used several data sets, which are in the millions of items, in order to train a model. Specifically, the type of supervision learning we used is with a tripartite loss function for the recognition and with other classification neural networks for gender detection, age detection, and so on. Everybody, to make a short parenthesis, everybody focuses a lot on the algorithms, the boxes, and the boxes are very important. But we choose to focus on the ecosystem. We have developed an open standard, which you can find on GitHub, you can start using it, which allows any computer vision component to communicate the events that it sees. So basically, we want to grow an ecosystem around our solution, first internally, and then opening up to potential partners as well.
I think there are quite a few, let's say, startups focusing on computer vision worldwide. What is your distinguishing characteristics?
I would be lying if I said I know. We're giving it our best shot. The world is full of very smart people, and some are definitely smarter than us. But the truth is that we think our key differentiation is the fact that we can deliver this on-premise, and the fact that we focus on the ecosystem, not just on what we can build ourselves. I think this is what sets us apart, but to be entirely honest, only time will tell.
When you say on-premise, what does it really mean? What do you do on-premise?
For customers in regulated industries and for the customers in the public sector, we have noticed that out of justified or unjustified fear, they want to install it in their data center, insulated from the internet, without any sort of cloud mumbo-jumbo. So basically, we take our software, we have it packaged, we install it on their premise, and they only call us when they need support. Given the confidentiality and the sensitiveness of biometric data, in some cases, in most cases actually, even us don't have access to the data.
Do you have some paying customers already?
Yeah. We have
Piraeus, yeah?
We have Piraeus, we have Ocean Credit, we have another customer in the public sector, and we have a lot of projects in the works. We have customers who said, it's great, but we also want this feature or that feature. And that's what where the pressure has moved from the sales department to the R&D department now, so to say.
You say that you're going to focus primarily on developing your R&D efforts with the next round. How come you're not really developing your sales pipeline? I mean, you say you have existing potential customers. What's the main reason you're not focusing in developing your customer base, since it's a product that's working?
Yeah. It's a situation where we need to do both. We need to focus on short-term cash flow in order to keep the engine running, but our core priority, our vision, is on the broader picture, on the core technology, on the architecture of the system, and on the ecosystem it can produce around it. So basically, the need for this capital infusion is because we want to think long-term, not just to score a few quick bucks.
Visage Cloud, thank you so much.
Thank you as well.
Many thanks to the jury. This was the last startup pitching from this batch.